So you're planning to weather the storm at home. You've bypassed all the shelters. Your preparation is complete, and so are your emergency kits. You're ready. But what happens if the storm changes direction and it's a direct hit? What's your evacuation plan? If you don't have one, make one. And remember, take into account the location of your house, whether it's near beaches, canals, or it sits in a flood-prone area, and be realistic about the evacuation plan. Plan what to take. In its simplest form, take only what you cannot afford to lose. Have a go bag ready and a discussion beforehand what bag contents should consist of, like toiletries, medication, change of clothing, and important documents in a waterproof folder. Take inventory of your home, pictures included. Make sure your vehicle has a full tank of gas. Decide your destination and the best route. If you can't get out, find safety in the highest level of your home. And as always, be sure to pay close attention to the ZNS network for weather updates. This season, be weather smart, weather safe.
In Harbour Island, North Neutral, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. West Grand Bahama MP hopeful for street lighting improvements. Plus, safety professionals renew the call to protect workers on the job. And the Department of Agriculture responds to growing concerns over stray dogs.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, poor street lighting has been a long-standing concern across Freeport. But for residents in West Grand Bahama, the lack of lighting has been an issue for years. Area MP Kingsley Smith says he's raised those concerns with the Grand Bahama Power Company long before the government acquired the utility. Now with the company under government ownership, he says he's hopeful long-awaited improvements are finally on the horizon.
Wherever there is a street light that I am aware that is not working, I would make my calls to have that corrected.
For years, residents in West Grand Bahama have voiced frustration over poor street lighting, saying dark roadways have become a safety concern for both motorists and pedestrians. Area Member of Parliament Kingsley Smith says the issue has been one of his top priorities. He explains that he raised the matter with the Grand Bahama Power Company well before the government acquired the utility, urging officials to address the lack of lighting in several areas.
Grand Bahama Power Company has been doing a good job in terms of responding to those calls I would have made. However, there is a concern about the street lighting as it leads into West End. All right? And so when you get to Bahama Beach, coming from east heading west, you will find that after Bahama Beach, that's when it gets extremely dark. And you know, that was there for many, many years.
And while GBPC acknowledged the concern, he says many areas continue to experience inadequate lighting.
I would have, some 2 years now or so, I would have made a request through the Ministry for Grand Bahama to the power company to add additional lighting. And firstly, there was to at least light the remaining corners that leads into West End. That would allow persons to know that there is a corner coming, all right, so they can navigate properly. That hasn't happened as yet.
Now that the government has taken ownership of the Grand Bahama Power Company, the West Grand Bahama MP says he is encouraged by the opportunity to advance the issue. He believes the change in ownership creates a better path for greater collaboration between elected officials and the utility to address long-standing community needs.
Now that the government has taken over, I don't see the reason why it should not happen very shortly. And so again, I know that we would have raised this issue from the Ministry for Grand Bahama to the power company. And so I'm hopeful.
For the Bahamas Tonight, at the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Switching gears now, Bahamas Association of Safety Professionals Vice President Eustacia Jennings is renewing the call for worker safety in the wake of recent widespread power outages across New Providence and Abaco. The renewed appeal also comes following the recent death of a BPL employee in Abaco, a tragedy that has once again highlighted the dangers faced by utility crews working to restore power.
It's really upon you to make sure that you put yourself first, that you make sure that you're not doing anything that's going to put you in danger, that you're able to speak truth to power. And if something doesn't seem right, doesn't feel right, if you don't have the right equipment, if you don't have the right instructions, if you don't have the right PPE to do your job, then say so. And don't do anything that's going to put your life at risk.
Now, as power crews continue restoration efforts, Jennings says the pressure to restore service quickly should never overshadow the need to follow established safety procedures. She says every worker deserves to return home safely at the end of the day.
Every worker in the Bahamas, whether they're a foreigner or a Bahamian, deserves to go back home to their families safe. And so we have to do all that we can in our powers to make sure that that happens. We have to be vocal about it. We have to advocate for worker safety. We have to be able to speak out. We have to be able to speak truth to power sometimes. And we have to be able to take the steps needed to correct what is going wrong in order to save lives, because it literally is a matter of life and death.
Well, in other news, the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce says creating opportunities for open dialogue between businesses, regulators, and the community is essential to addressing the issues that affect the island's economy and everyday life. As part of that effort, the Chamber invited the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority, or IRCA, to Grand Bahama during the month of July for a business meeting. IRCA CEO Carlton Smith and department heads met with business leaders and residents to discuss concerns surrounding electricity, telecommunications, utilities, water services, and new developments coming on stream.
We think it's important that we have these monthly meetings to get information out to all of our members and stakeholders in the Grand Bahama community, so we stay on top of what's happening, so we can always be aware of how to proceed moving forward, whatever regulations are changing, what needs to be addressed, what is important to the growth and development of economies in scale and in Grand Bahama as well as the larger Bahamas.
Established in 2009 to regulate the telecommunications and broadcasting sectors, IRCA expanded its mandate in 2015 to include electricity and energy, and in 2024 to oversee the natural gas sector. CEO Carlton Smith says the visit was an opportunity to hear directly from residents and stakeholders while explaining IRCA's role in regulating essential services across the country. Attendees welcomed the initiative, saying the forum gave residents and organizations a valuable opportunity to engage directly with the regulator and voice their concerns.
Our country is an archipelagic nation that makes it very challenging at times to be as effective as we need to be. But we will seek to do the best job that we can in regulating these sectors to ensure that it inures to the greater benefit of the social and economic development of every island.
It was quite a bit of new information for me, but just hearing it for the first time and getting an understanding was great.
It also allows the business community to connect with IRCA, and so I look forward to IRCA's presence.
Well, tonight on Grand Bahama, officials are putting pet owners on notice. With temperatures soaring and complaints about stray dogs growing, the Department of Agriculture says enforcement is ramping up. Our Shalia Jones has the details in this report.
Following recent dog attacks and extreme heat advisories, the Department of Agriculture is warning pet owners that acts of animal cruelty and endangerment are punishable by law. Supervisor of the Animal Control Unit, Lisa Lockhart, noting stray dogs have been a nuisance to communities on the island of Grand Bahama, and her unit is working to neutralize the problem.
We have been getting a lot of calls about strays and kids can't play out in the streets. People can't walk in the evenings because, you know, dogs are coming after them. When we go to find the owners, nobody owned, it's a stray dog. So what we do is we'll then set up traps to try get those animals off the street.
Lockhart also noting what victims should do and can expect if attacked.
First, they call the police, seek medical attention, and if it's an owned dog that attacked them, we normally have the owners cover the medical bills. They then will call us. We do our investigation, and if need be, we would request for the animal to be euthanized because we would hate for them to go and attack someone else.
And in regards to animal cruelty, Lockhart pleads with the public to ensure their animals are protected during the summer heat. She stresses providing a shaded environment is essential, and an inability to do so will result in consequences.
We have been getting a lot of calls about dogs having heat stroke, and the temperature is very high out there. So if you have your dogs that tied up and they don't have shelter, that's a charge. That's animal neglect and cruelty. Could you just please make sure your dogs have cool water, they're in a cool spot, a cool shade, and not directly in the hot sun. If they're tied, they have nowhere to go, nowhere to get to a cool spot. So we will be holding the owners responsible.
The department is advising any residents to report any form of neglect or risk to the Animal Control Unit.
About neighbors neglecting their animals, leaving them to be a nuisance to the other neighbors, yeah, there is a charge for that. If that is going on anywhere in Grand Bahama, please call our office, 352-2112 or 3, and we'll definitely come out and investigate that.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
And still to come.
Tropical Shipping hosts disaster management workshop. Stay tuned to that story, sports, and more when we come back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
It's Third Dimension Summer Sale Friday, July 31st and Saturday, August 1st. Save 20% off store-wide and up to 35% off selected tiles. Visit Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street or shop online at thirddimension242.com. Celebrate Variety Vault first anniversary on Saturday, August 1st. Enjoy 25% off store-wide, refreshments, and incredible savings on bags, Crocs, toys, household items, and more. Visit number 12 Arcade Building, downtown Freeport, next to H&L Bookstore.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. With the Atlantic hurricane season underway, Tropical Shipping is reinforcing the importance of preparation. The company hosted a disaster preparedness workshop, bringing together members of the corporate community and key stakeholders to discuss how Grand Bahama can better prepare for future storms. Shalia Rowe reports.
Disaster preparedness taking center stage as Tropical Shipping brings together business leaders, corporate partners, and other stakeholders for a hurricane preparedness workshop aimed at strengthening Grand Bahama's resilience. Officials are stressing the importance of planning ahead and working together to ensure the island is ready should a hurricane or other major disaster strike. Among the featured speakers, Mayor of Riviera Beach, Florida, highlighting the strong relationship between Riviera Beach and Grand Bahama.
Truly, this sister city relationship is about establishing that resiliency, that support, and that connection. Being 63 miles away in the closest port in the United States, our goal is to truly impact relationships and to foster development with our communities. But we need to make sure we understand what does disaster management really look like for both communities.
Tropical Shipping says the workshop is designed to encourage businesses to review the disaster plan, strengthen partnerships, and ensure they can continue serving their employees and customers when severe weather threatens.
Today's gathering reflects something that has always been important to Tropical Shipping, and that's bringing people together before a disaster and not just after one.
Also in attendance was Senior Met Officer Trinard Tynes, who shared why it is important to attend seminars like these.
The reason for me being here is weather is a major part of decision making. You would want to know how to prepare properly by finding out what type of weather you're going to encounter.
Also addressing participants, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry for Grand Bahama, Joe Lewis, and tourism officials emphasizing the importance of collaboration to ensure the island is ready for any potential storm.
At the Ministry of Tourism, the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism at large, we know that preparedness cannot begin when a storm is approaching. It is an ongoing commitment.
Each of you, your presence here today demonstrates our shared commitment to building stronger, safer, and more resilient communities through partnership and cooperation.
When communities are prepared, united, and informed, they recover stronger and more determined than ever.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rowe.
In other news, with excitement building in West Grand Bahama, the West End Homecoming and Boat Race Committee is inviting residents and visitors alike to join them for a weekend of culture, entertainment, and community spirit. Now in its fourth consecutive year, the highly anticipated event promises a full lineup of activities, culminating with the signature boat races that have become a major draw for boating enthusiasts across the Bahamas. Organizers say this year's celebration is expected to be bigger and better than ever.
There will be $40,000 in cash and prizes for our races this August Monday. This weekend, we'll highlight a few things, starting with a church service on Sunday, which will culminate with a boat parade and motorcade ending at Ground Zero. And then on Monday is race day and homecoming.
Local sponsors and representatives, along with the police force, expressed their enthusiasm as they expect strong support and cooperation from both locals and tourists.
The Ministry of Tourism is excited once again and proud to be a major sponsor for the 4th annual West End Homecoming and Power Boat Race.
This year we've brought together an exciting variety of local food vendors who are ready to serve the community and our visitors.
On behalf of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, definitely we will be in numbers to ensure the safety of the event. So we want to encourage those who want to come in the West End to participate. Please feel free to do so.
Well, Hands Across Grand Bahama is inviting the community to unite in prayer during its 25th annual prayer walk on Saturday, August 1st. The walk begins at 6 a.m. at the corner of AID and concludes at the International Bazaar, with this year's theme, Taking Back What the Enemy Has Stolen from Us. Evangelist Elmore Smith says the annual event is an opportunity for residents to come together in prayer for families, the community, and the nation.
We're going to take back what the enemy has stolen also. From there, sickness, disease. We're going to claim healing. Then we're going to walk down and we're going to stop at the port building. And we're going to take back what the enemy has stolen from us also, financially wise. But this year is all about restoring what the enemy has taken from Grand Bahama. As I say, you can see we have been in the dry place for quite a while. And I think Grand Bahama is now about to recover everything that the enemy has stolen.
Well-known community figure Dudley Said has been participating in the Hands Across Grand Bahama prayer walk for years. This year, he's encouraging residents to unite in prayer against what he describes as a spirit of death over the nation. Organizers say this year's walk will include prayer stops at key institutions as participants pray for those who serve and protect the community. They believe covering these locations in prayer is an important step in reclaiming what they say the enemy has stolen and seeking God's guidance and protection over the nation.
To the youth of our nation, as we can see, we're losing our young men on our streets. So I think it'll be good for all of us to come together. Corporate Grand Bahama, the churches, just let's unite as one. I think the prayer walk is a celebration also, that we could see the economy is trying to turn around a little bit. And we have a lot to give God thanks for.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Cindy Mather Garland. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope that you are enjoying your day. And that is a look at stories making news. Matthew, happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed. TGIF is a weekend edition of sports, so we're ending on a high note. Record setters all across.
Excited for that. Well, thanks, Matthew. Don't go away. Sports comes your way next, right after the break.
Clean windows do more than improve your view. They also help maximize the natural light entering your home. For regular maintenance, use a soft microfiber cloth and a gentle glass cleaner. Don't forget to wipe down the frames and tracks as well, since dust and debris can build up over time. If your windows slide or are open, keeping the tracks clean can also help them to operate more smoothly. Quality products deserve quality care. Corner Bahamas.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
The wait is over, and Bethel's Air Condition and Refrigeration has 12,000 BTU mini split unit back in stock. Inverters and non-inverters. Sales starts July 31st while supplies last. Give them a call today at 602-5467 or visit them at Milton Street in Freeport.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Rumble in the West. 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 Rumble in the West.
In the heart of West Grand Bahama, tradition meets adrenaline, where generations gather, engines roar, and champions are made. Experience the thrill of offshore racing as the island comes alive with speed, energy, and community. From mouth-watering local favorites to refreshing island drinks, every stop tells a story. Every vendor shares a taste of Bahamian culture. You know, this is more than a race. It's family. And this tradition, it's West Grand Bahama at its finest. Whether you're here for the action on the water or the unforgettable flavors on shore, there's something for everyone. Join us for Rumble in the West August 3rd, 2026, where the boats fly, the community shines, and memories are made. We'll see you at the shoreline.
It ain't no place like home. 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 It ain't no place like home.
Welcome everyone to your TGIF edition of the ZNS Sports Cave. I'm Matthew Martinborough. Setting up the first shot is Giselle Lang. Following her junior season for the Louisiana Christian University Wildcats, she says the optimism remains high heading into her senior year.
Well, for my junior year, it went really well. I got 13 goals, most goals on my team, and I got all conference honorable mentions. Going to my senior, I'm expecting to get hopefully like 15 to 20 goals this season. But we have more strikers, so it'll probably be harder, but I still want to go for that. I want to get first team all conference, and I want my team to get the ring. I want us to win the conference.
Lang now sits top 5 in individual season goals for the Wildcats, and the striker says she is simply thankful for the opportunity.
It feels really good. Like, I'm really grateful for my coach for pushing me and just putting me out there, because I was the only striker really, so I just had to go out there and just score the goals. I had to keep working hard. I appreciate my coach for trusting me.
Up next on the block is track and field for none other than Devin Charlton in the women's 100-meter hurdle final during the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Charlton outlasted a slate of 7 other athletes to cross the finish line first with a time of 12.33 seconds, earning the gold in the process and Team Bahamas' only medal so far in this year's games. Here's Charlton following the win.
I feel really good. I came out here with one thing in mind, and that was to come away with the gold. And so now that I've done that, just get to relax a little bit and just celebrate this one. I'm all about progress. I want to keep getting better, keep proving myself. And so 2 years ago, I was happy with the silver. And I'm just like, next time I come to these games, I want to be the champ. And so just being able to fulfill that goal is huge.
And finishing the fast break is Corporate League Basketball. Celebration Key took down Ministry of Grand Bahama, led by Malik Johnson, 16 points in the 51-35 win. Devano Clark put up a solid 13 points in Buckeyes' win over Little Boat, 46-35. And in a high-scoring affair, Grand Bahama Power Company took the 65-50 win over the Freeport Container Port, with Regis Cooper leading the way with 24 points for the GBPC. And with that, your TGIF Sports Final Buzzer sounds off. I'm Matthew Martinborough, and I'll see you on the sideline.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah, just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah, we just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
This is where it happens. Those moments that impact our lives. Giving you the information that you need this hurricane season. Wherever there is news, we're there.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Matthew Martin Burr.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight. They're coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, Bahamas power and light in damage control mode after a challenging week. Plus, buckle up for new traffic laws. We give you a crash course on what to expect in the new year. And the lucrative crawfish season opens tomorrow. There's a stern reminder to harvest responsibly. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. BPL today sounding the alarm that this unprecedented heat wave we are under, and one that does not appear to be breaking anytime soon, is putting considerable strain on its already challenged system. Today, the company updated the public on its efforts to restore power on the island following a string of widespread, crippling outages. And as Corval Pipe Firm reports, the road ahead is long and uncertain.
The work here at BPL System Controls is non-stop. Crews have been working around the clock to return some sense of normalcy following a recent stretch of power outages. And officials are not shying away from telling the public that we are far from being out of the woods. That's why an urgent appeal is being made to the public to conserve energy as we head into this long holiday weekend. Members of the media given a rare glimpse of BPL Systems Controls Friday afternoon. It's the nucleus of the company's efforts to manage what has been a difficult period. However, on Friday, company Chief Operating Officer Anthony Christie was able to provide some progress.
As of now, we've successfully returned the 15 MVA transformer back to service, so all those customers impacted by that incident and that outage have been returned to the grid.
Unfortunately, though, there are segments of the capital where some recent setbacks have again caused disruptions to supply.
One includes a situation in the west, in the Western New Providence feed, that impacts a lot of customers from Albany, by the airport, Coral Harbor, etc. So we have a cable fault identified in that area. So the teams are out there trying to restore and repair that cable fault. In addition, we've had a transformer overload in the Palmdale area that impacted a few businesses as well as residential. So that is an outage that may take some time to restore, but the teams are again working on that to restore. We do have a number of other areas that have some overloading situations. And again, we're in a period of high temperatures, high demand on our systems. So we're seeing some outages occur that are not common or not frequently seen by us during the summer period.
Businesses, including government agencies, are being asked to voluntarily come off the grid. Several have already complied. And Christie is also appealing to residential consumers to help as well.
Everyone can play a part in this. We hear talks of higher bills, etc. So we want to make sure that everyone is aware that you can control that, and we want you to help us help you provide the service that we're supposed to do. We're also asking larger customers, government entities to assist us in managing their demands.
BPL is unable to predict when this difficult period might end, but officials believe with everyone limiting their energy usage, disruptions will almost certainly disappear. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, BPL's update coming just as a power outage following a fire and explosion in the Rosetta Street area left business owners scrambling, with some battling the heat, while others worried about losing thousands of dollars in merchandise. Our Leah Cooper tells us more about how the incident impacted businesses.
Business owners in the Palmdale area were left scrambling Friday morning after an explosion and fire erupted, damaging machinery on Rosetta Street. The incident knocked out power to the businesses in the surrounding area. Bahamas Power and Light officials alerted the public to the outage around 10:30 Friday morning, but up to 2:30 p.m., many business owners said they were still waiting for the lights to come back on and counting the cost of the disruption. They say the situation unfolded quickly.
I happened to be outside. We're having some of the vehicles cleaned, and one of my delivery technicians said to me, "I think you need to call BEC." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, the smoke is starting to come out of that transformer." And sure enough, when he looked over there, it started off with a light sort of, smoke, and then it just got more intense until we started to hear this like popping sound. And, I immediately called the BPL emergency number.
Some recall seeing and hearing the explosion and the aftermath.
We heard it was about 3 times it went out, three explosions, right? And then it was this thick, dark cloud of smoke and whatnot.
And with the incident happening near a gas station, one business owner says the urgency of the situation was clear.
This is a gas station, so we have to be very, very cautious. And we were just monitoring. Luckily, the fire engine came very quickly.
For some businesses, the outage is more than an inconvenience. It could mean thousands of dollars in losses. One operator says medications requiring refrigeration are now at risk.
Once it overheats to 70 degrees, then we can't use it anymore. With some sort of new stock coming, we'll cut over $10,000.
For businesses trying to stay operational, keeping the lights on has also come with an added expense. One owner explained the daily cost of running a generator.
We probably, in the course of a day, I would say if that ran for a 24-hour period, you're probably looking somewhere in the neighborhood of about $250
ZNS News met Bahamas grid workers assessing the damage when we arrived in the area this afternoon. Up to news time, no restoration window has been announced by Bahamas Power and Light. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, aside from the business sector, hotels are also bearing the brunt of frequent power outages. While officials at the Bahamas Hotel Tourism Association have long been advocating for focused attention on consistent, affordable, reliable power, they warn that if not addressed soon enough, the country's bread and butter industry may feel the consequences. Aldavisa Munnings has that angle.
The summer season traditionally leads to a boost in hotel occupancy numbers. However, frequent power outages plaguing the local sector may result in a reputational risk, as visitors' word of mouth on the blackouts may present a challenge for the top industry. The good news is, according to former Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association President and Bahamas Senior Vice President Robert Sandy Sands, we haven't gotten there yet.
I think the reality is that if it persists for an extended period of time, more than likely it will begin to have some impact. But at the moment, no.
But the veteran hotelier believes the recurrent power loss to the physical hotel industry, that's the actual hotels and restaurants, have been more of an irritant than a setback.
We cannot dismiss the fact that the persons who service our industry, the countless members of associates, entrepreneurs, taxi drivers, and so forth, aren't having the same luxury of standby generation. And sometimes that can impact the experiences that they sometimes have to give under some very difficult and trying times.
He also underscored how power challenges have significantly impacted the out-island hotel sector.
The small islands where it's already a challenge to get prime time electrical generation in the volume that you need. It has been impacting multiple family islands for a long period of time. And while some of these have been addressed, they still not been addressed fully.
Mr. Sands says while the government works toward long-term energy solutions, businesses and consumers are hoping for reliable and affordable electricity sooner rather than later. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
In related news, the challenge of maintaining a reliable electricity supply not unique to the Bahamas. The U.S. Department of Energy has announced emergency measures to protect its power grid during a period of extreme heat, highlighting the growing challenge countries face in keeping electricity systems reliable. Desmond Saunders takes it from here.
As the government focuses on strengthening its energy reform agenda, the United States has also taken emergency action to safeguard its electrical grid during a period of extreme summer heat. The U.S. Department of Energy has issued an emergency order authorizing the operator of the Southwest Power Pool to activate additional power generation and backup electricity resources across parts of 17 states, serving nearly 20 million people in an effort to reduce the risk of widespread blackouts. U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright said the move is intended to ensure families and businesses continue to have access to reliable electricity as soaring temperatures place unprecedented demand on the grid. Officials estimate that more than 35 gigawatts of backup generation capacity remain available nationwide to support the system if needed. The emergency measures come after the regional grid operator warned that high temperatures, power plant outages, lower wind generation, and limited electricity imports could strain the network and increase the possibility of rotating power outages. Energy officials say the order will remain in effect through early August as the United States works to maintain grid reliability during one of the busiest periods of electricity demand. The developments underscore a challenge facing utilities around the world, including the Bahamas, ensuring modern, resilient power systems are capable of meeting growing demand while withstanding extreme weather and other unexpected disruptions. Desmond Saunders for the Bahamas Tonight.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Also making news tonight, the local economy continues to show resilience despite ongoing global uncertainty. That's the assessment coming in from the central bank governor, who says stronger tourism, foreign investment, and healthy employment growth helped drive the country's economic performance during the first half of this year, even as rising fuel prices and geopolitical tensions continue to pose challenges. Altaviz Munnings takes a closer look.
The Bahamian economy remained on a solid growth path during the first 6 months of 2026, with the central bank forecasting another year of healthy expansion. In fact, that growth is on pace to come in just moderately below the estimated 3.8% recorded in 2025. Leading the central bank's quarterly economic press briefing Thursday, Governor John Roll touted that continued foreign investment, steady employment gains, and strong tourism numbers continue to drive economic growth.
For tourism, this includes an expansionary year-to-date contribution from stopover earnings, benefiting from slightly recovered visitor volumes and further appreciated average pricing, but with constrained hotel room inventory still limiting overall performance. Tourism performance also reflects a fairly robust uptake on vacation rentals in place of constrained resort accommodations. In addition, vigorous demand growth from the Canadian market for the second consecutive year has been supplemented in 2026 by a more stabilized and incrementally improved outcome for the U.S. market. In the meantime, cruise visitor inflows have remained strong.
The country's external reserves are also looking good for the first half of the year.
The external reserves growth through the first half of 2026 was boosted to $480 million from an otherwise healthy but more moderate $355 million recorded in the same period of 2025. Near the end of July, the external balances were estimated near $3.2 billion compared to a value of about $2.97 billion at the end of July 2025. Given current balances, external reserves are expected to end the year at stable to possibly improved levels in comparison to December 2025.
Despite global uncertainty like the ongoing wars in Eastern Europe and the Middle East, the central bank expects the economy to continue growing this year, although at a slightly slower pace than in 2025. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Meanwhile, the fisheries sector continues to feel the brunt of the newly imposed 12.5% tariff recently levied by the United States government. Central Bank Governor John Rowe was asked on Thursday whether the bank has received any pushback from an economic standpoint. While acknowledging the fee impacts fisheries and transshipments, Governor Rowe believes more research is needed on the entire tariff fee schedule.
We need to also drill down to identify the specific categories of commodities and goods that are being exported from the Bahamas. We know that the fisheries products are one of those, and it's probably one of the most concentrated export categories that people can point to.
Coming up, it's the eve of crawfish season. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Long summer, hot sun, people coming over, and nobody feeling like cooking. This summer, wait for the sign. Presenting KFC Summer Bucket, the official meal of the summer. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Today, July 30th, is World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. This day is significant because it serves as a reminder that in all regions of the world, people continue to be exploited for profit. It's a time to reflect on the plight of trafficking victims, promote and protect their rights. Let this day serve as a call to action. Each of us has a role to play in protecting the vulnerable. I call on families, communities, and organizations to take action to prevent trafficking. Stay informed. Know the warning signs such as deceptive job offers, individuals who appear fearful or controlled by others, restricted freedom of movement, or persons lacking access to their identification documents. Let us recommit to support victims of trafficking and survivors. Remember, the fight against trafficking begins with awareness, but it succeeds through our collective action. Report suspicious activities to the proper authorities. If you are a victim or know someone who may be a victim of trafficking in persons, call local authorities at 919-911, Crime Stoppers at 328-8477 or TIPS, or the national hotline at 322-2763. Let's build one nation united against trafficking, island by island, community by community. Thank you.
Well, you're looking at a shot there of Sandy Port in Western New Providence. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, our former drone pilot, that is Kyson Miller. Well, welcome back. This next one for all you motorists. In just a matter of months, new traffic laws will take effect. The Transport Minister provides more insight on what's to come in this report from our Fern Carey.
Changes to the road traffic laws are set to take effect early next year as the government continues efforts to improve road safety and compliance on our streets. The reforms include a revised licensing fee structure, mandatory vehicle title certificates for imports, prepaid vehicle inspections, and stricter penalties for late renewal. Minister of Transport, the Honorable Leon Lundy, provides more insight on the new fee structure. He was a guest on Spence Millicent's radio show, Immediate Response, on Friday.
We had Class A, B, C, D, and E. Right. Class E is actually a new fee where we actually went down to like $125 for the electric vehicles. Okay. Now, what we did, there was usually a Class A what was between under 5,000 pounds. Now we split it because now it's up to 3,000 pounds, yes, and that's Class A. Ah, okay. And there's now a new class, which is 3,001 to 5,000, and that went up to $215. Ah,
the new traffic regulations come amidst an uptick in traffic fatalities in the country, including one that claimed the lives of 5 teenagers, prompting the launch of a national road safety campaign, One Life Too Many. Minister Lundy noted that everyone has a role to play in promoting safety on our streets.
The most important persons who are is the public. Yes, definitely. Making sure that their mindset changes. I mean, it's small changes where they just slow down. Right, yes. Where they buckle their seat belts, where they pay attention to the roads. Yes. And that's what we're encouraging them to do.
The Transport Minister added that the traffic reforms will take place in stages and technology will play a pivotal role in enforcement.
Making sure that with our new rollout of the new road traffic system, yes, we're actually looking at where police officers could read your plates digitally read your discs digitally without having to stop you and come out. So definitely we want to make sure that persons know that with technology, it'll aid us in helping to make sure that the road stays safe and everybody is compliant on the road.
The new traffic laws are expected to take effect on January 1st of 2027. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, thanks for no better news fishers want to hear. The lucrative crawfish season is just hours away from reopening, and according to Director of the Department of Marine Resources, Dr. Lester Gittens, crawfish stocks are in a good state. There is the forewarning, though, for fishermen to adhere to maritime laws and regulations.
Starting fishing until the season officially opens on August 1st, abiding by minimum size limits. The close season and the minimum size limits provide an avenue for the stocks to replenish themselves. The department and our partners like the police force and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, they can't be everywhere. So we rely on fishermen to do the right thing and also report when they see others doing the wrong thing. It's really a collective effort to manage our fisheries resources.
Also making news tonight, small airlines are still seeing robust business ahead of the Emancipation Day holiday as residents travel to Family Island events or even as part of their normal travel routine. In fact, one transportation industry professional says despite the Independence Day plane crash of a Flamingo Airlines flight that claimed 10 lives, he hasn't noticed any dip in public use of small airlines. While he accepts accidents may cause some initial fear, Samuel Johnson, a representative for SJVIP Transportation Services, believes air travel is still safe, adding that car accidents are more frequent than plane crashes.
Many of our family islands are only serviced by small crafts. So many of them don't have the luxury of Bahamas Air or West in their services. For example, Mangrove Key, the only small aircraft goes into there. Chub Key, Great Arbor Key, Stanyard Key, Black Point, and the list go on. So there isn't any other air opportunity but the small aircrafts.
As the Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority continues its investigation into that July 10th crash, Johnson says the public should not allow what happened to hinder their movements, adding that accidents provide the opportunity to look at ways to provide safer transport. Meantime, several travelers opting not to appear on camera say the tragedy has not made them wary of flying on smaller aircraft, agreeing with Johnson, who says he expects to see possibly more people using those services as people anticipate getting away.
You're going to have it on the waters, you're going to have it in the air, you're going to have it on the land. Because you have accident on the land, air, or sea, it means to say you're going to allow fare that cause you not to move by means of the available transport. No. We look at things as they occur and see how best we can prepare to avoid such occurrences. But there will be accident, and we should not allow fear of accident of any form that cause us not to carry on with our normal life.
Well, the crackdown on for illegal immigrants, this as four foreign nationals, that is, 2 Colombians, a British national and a Haitian national, were convicted and sentenced after pleading guilty to overstaying. A Jamaican male and a Haitian female were also convicted of overstaying. The individuals fined between $300 and $750, along with custodial sentences of 1 to 4 months at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. And once those fines are paid or sentences completed, they will all be turned over to the Department of Immigration for deportation.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
After 30 years of banking, I've decided to take a leap of faith. I moved from banking into an untapped industry, which is manufacturing in the Bahamas. And now we are standing on 3 acres of land on which we're going to be putting the Bahamas' first end-to-end plastic recycling company, Eden Recycling and Manufacturing Company Limited. Eden has 2 arms, recycling and manufacturing.
This is groundbreaking for us. It's never been done before. It really makes a difference, not only in the Bahamas, but even around the world. This is not just a project that we're doing so that we can make a couple of dollars. We want to make sure that it benefits those who come after us. In future generations, we hope that this is a small vision, that they will take it and they'd expand on it. We can have the formula for what it means to do end-to-end recycling in the Bahamas, in the region, and even if we have to export these ideas and thoughts and concepts even into the U.S.
Sun-Sea, good friends. And bold new flavor has arrived in the Bahamas. Introducing the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. Spicy jalapenos, cool ranch, fresh Wendy's beef, one perfect balance. This isn't a heat you run from, you enjoy it. Bring the heat. Keep the cool with Wendy's new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger.
At Island Luck, the Quicks keep things moving. Quick 4 keeps things fresh. Quick 3 keeps things clean. And Quick 2 keeps things running. But today, there's a new Quick in town. Meet Quick 5, bringing even more chances into play. Because when the Quicks come together, things don't just add up, they multiply. And $1 can turn into $50,000. Play the 5-ball Quick 5 on Island Luck now. Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The Cat Island Regatta and Homecoming celebrates 7 decades this year. And tonight, our Ricardo Lightbourne sits down with one of the individuals who's been instrumental in its continued success.
The 7th annual Cat Island Regatta is about to get underway, and I'm going to introduce you to a young man that I believe over the past 40 years involved here in the sailing club has been big for Cat Island. With me is past President Sammy Smith, who served in many capacities here in the Cat Island Sailing Club. And for you this year, 70 years. You ain't 70, but 70 years. Tell me, how does it feel to be here in Cat Island and enjoying the festivities?
We have come far. We have come a mighty, mighty long way. And for me to be recognized as not only a member, but a Cat Islander, right? To be recognized as an honoree, it gave me great, words cannot explain how I feel.
Look over there, and you see that sign.
Island.
How do you feel and what goes through your mind when you see that sign?
Listen, it bring back memories, right? As a young boy growing up in Cat Island, we didn't have much, but we satisfied with what we had, right? And then I look at the development that is going on in Cat Island right now. Sometimes it brings tears to my eyes, you know, because I know for a long time we didn't have this sort of development in Cat Island. And coming out of, I come up through Old Bay just now, and coming on the road, listen, it looked like I-95, you know? The roads are paved. I look at the airport yesterday, hey, man, listen, one of the best in the country down in Armstrong. And when you look at Newbury International Airport that is coming on stream, it's a blessing. I encourage people to come back home, do what they need to do to continue to keep our forefathers' dreams alive.
The defending Class C champion is Catch the Cat, and this year, it's all about Catch the Cat here in Cat Island. Like Sammy says, if you come in here, watch Catch the Cat. Again, the champion in the 70th Annual Cat Island Regatta. Back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, thanks, Ricardo. Well, it's another Friday. We've made it to the end of another week. And Royston, or Swanson. Swanee is
last
here
day,
with
of course you are too.
Whoa! You see, I'm talking over you, Swanee, so I'm not even giving you time.
Cool.
I'm not even giving you time to take me.
You're supposed to send me off in a good way. This is my last day for the week.
It was on purpose. It was part of her farewell.
She can't wait for him to come back. That's what it is.
To see just how alert you are.
Yes.
You see
all
that,
been a drill.
And I caught myself very quickly this time around.
I didn't notice it.
But we're going to check on in with you guys to see what's coming up in Access Now.
Well, we've got a lot of fun coming up. You know, it's Entertainment Friday. We're going to be talking a little bit about where you can find your entertainment this weekend. We'll be going through quite a few options. So if you're still trying to figure out what you're going to do on this holiday weekend, we'll let you know what's
There's definitely a lot to do. We got the last day of the Gumby Fest occurring tonight. We also have the Fox Hill Day event going on Sunday. We got the John Canoe, the food, the music, all the right vibes to celebrate the holiday weekend. So, and in sports, well, today is actually National Intern Day, and in our guest segment, we're going to be conversing with some of the interns who have worked so hard for us during the summer at ZNS. And Natanya Hanna, my intern for sports, she's anchoring sports tonight. So if you want to see that, stay tuned.
Wow, some good stuff there. And Access Now proving to us that you don't have to be in Cat Island this weekend to have a good old time. Stay with us. The Bahamas tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good. Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal. 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
With new
New Duo Pizza from Little Caesars. Nobody has to choose. One half loaded with Parmesan, pepperoni, and Italian sausage. The other half topped with veggie seasoning, ham, and green peppers.
Now that's a winning hand.
The Duo Pizza. Double the flavor for only $13 VAT inclusive. Only at Little Caesars Bahamas.
Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Steak sandwich. I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese. I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Tasha, what you saying? Girl, right here, rushing to catch J.S. Johnson. I gotta renew my insurance. Oh, I with JSJ too, but I don't wait in line. I just pay online. Stop it. How you do that? Just email info@jsjohnson.com and say, sign me up for an online service center. They'll reach out and hook you up. You ain't never have to stand in line again. Amen to that. Save time. Pay online. Sign up for J.S. Johnson's online service center today.
Insurance, peace of mind.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to Access Now. I'm Marlena Leonard.
Happy Friday indeed. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. Thanks for joining us.
Now, nothing says a holiday weekend like lots of sunshine, good weather, and maybe a couple of beach days in the mix. So, Diane, is that what we're looking forward to this weekend? Can we expect that?
Overall, it's looking pretty good. Most of the Bahamas will enjoy plenty of sunshine, but if you're in the extreme northwest, that's Grand Bahama, Bimini, Abaco, it's good to keep an eye on things because you may get a shower. But let's take a closer look. Our satellite picture shows clouds with embedded showers and thunderstorms near the extreme northwest Bahamas due to a lingering trough in the area with clear skies over the remainder of the islands. So for those heading out to the beach, maybe on the water, or spending time with family and friends, enjoy. But we're still under a heat advisory, so this is your friendly reminder to stay hydrated, take breaks in the shade, and wear cool clothing. And elsewhere in the tropics, tropical cyclone development is not expected for the next 7 days. Now, taking a look at our boating forecast. In the northwest Bahamas tonight and tomorrow, we'll get south to southwest winds moving at 10 to 15 knots. Seas at 2 to 4 feet. High tides at 9:59 this evening and again at 10:21 in the morning. Then on Sunday, we're going to get southerly winds moving at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. A high tide at 11:01 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then moving down to the central Bahamas, we're going to get southeast winds moving at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet. And the southeast Bahamas remains the same. Southeast winds moving at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, with that caution still in place. It's time now for your international temperatures, which are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Got a dug on beat now. We're gonna call our very own Nassau Rock and Nassau Road. Nassau's got a whole lot of soul.
That was your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance, and that wraps up your Access Weather forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks so much, Diane. Good to know that we're not really going to be getting showers like that, especially with the extra long weekend. You want to do stuff, maybe go on the boat, you know what I mean? Enjoy
Opening the crawfish season, yeah. And then speaking of going out on the boat, coming up, the LJM Maritime Academy passes out its latest class.
Plus, Fort Charlotte campers get a special visit at their last day of Camp Believe.
And the Culture Connect camp explodes with talent.
In sports, Devin Charlton goes gold in Glasgow.
But next, we've got some ZNS interns in the studio to celebrate National Intern Day. So we'll hear from them coming up next. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Stay with us.
Hurricane season is here, and everything your house needs is at We Buy You Sell. Impact windows and doors built with strong frames and reinforced glass to hold if a storm hits. 10 and 16mm galvanized steel are now available. Roofing materials with architectural and asphalt shingles, roof flashing, nails, and so much more, all right here. Solar lights are 50% off while supplies last, and solar power systems are available for pre-order. Stay safe this storm season by visiting us on Robinson Road or WhatsApp 636-8412.
As July turns to August, smart shoppers turn to Super Value and Quality Supermarkets for specials like Best Value Whole Kernel Corn, 15 ounces, 99 cents. Jacquard Vegetable Cooking Oil, 40 ounces, $4.49. Boneless strip or ribeye steaks, $7.99 per pound. Turkey wings, $2.99 per pound. Sweet peaches or nectarines, $2.69 per pound. Forget the GPS, drop the compass, and turn off the maps. If you're looking to shop and save, you're looking for Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Welcome back, everyone. Yesterday, all around the world was observed as National Intern Day. And so today, right before they leave us to head back to school, jet off to college, or start their careers, we wanted to publicly say thank you to some of the interns who joined us here at ZNS this summer. Happy National Intern Day, guys.
Thank you.
And welcome to Access Now. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling great.
Y'all look so good. So the past few weeks, you guys would have just put in so much work behind the scenes, in the newsroom, in the field. How would you guys just characterize your experience here working?
Well,
Alex?
I would say it was very hands-on from the moment I got here. There's not a dull moment. There's always something new to learn, especially in the sports department, events going on every day. So it's something new to see every day.
And Zari, you're a returning sports person. You would have been here last year. So just talk about what kept you coming back to the ZNS network.
Genuinely, I just love my department. It's always a fun day. We always laugh, and that's something, even if nobody else gets it, we just know. And that shows the community and the charismatic nature of the sports department.
Now, asking you guys, I understand you would have worked in radio this past summer. What was your experience like?
Well, my past experience in the radio department was absolutely outstanding. I would say I always had the opportunity to learn something new, and I would like to thank Mr. Morris alongside the other amazing people who also worked in the radio department. It was always never a dull moment. It was always a time where I could smile and shine.
Awesome stuff. And you getting that amazing practical experience. Just being in radio and engineering, something you see yourself doing in the near future?
I would say it's something I would definitely look into. While I'm currently interested in architecture, however, I also would love to go back and learn some more into editing, different promos, and just to say that I've learned something in radio, it's definitely something I would go back into.
Awesome. That would be amazing seeing the tandem of architecture and how you're able to marry that with radio. And Xavier, I understand you were in radio as well, so was it like collaborating with Ask Unique?
It was great. She is a very kind person, and she's also friendly. She was just an amazing person to work with overall.
Awesome stuff. So Alex, like Zaria, you're another student returning here at the ZNS Corporation for the summer. What kept you coming back to be able to want to be a part of news?
I would say it's the assignments, going out, experiencing something I haven't even experienced before, going into studios or places that no regular person in Nassau or in the Bahamas could go into, and also, of course, meeting MPs and meeting other celebrities too. So I would say that's what would keep me coming back.
Awesome stuff. And then Tanya, one of my other sports persons. Today, you actually had the opportunity in anchoring sports like Zaria did last year. So how would you characterize that? How did that feel for you?
It was kind of nervous at first, but it was a really good experience. You know, I was very happy to feel like I was really working here and to come back, you know, just to have a really good time.
And Kanaz, what was your experience like this summer here at the corporation?
It was a great experience, I ain't gonna lie, but it was great meeting new persons, getting to know their personality and what's not, but I really enjoyed it this summer, and I hope it will be great even next summer when I return back here.
Absolutely. Well said, guys. So I just wanted to say, being a former intern, now full-time employee here at the ZNS Corporation, I see so much potential within you guys, and I just wanted to say, whatever lanes you choose, whether in college, working full-time, or doing stuff on social media, you guys have the utmost potential and skills, and I wish you guys the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very enjoyable working here.
Stay with us. You're watching Access Now.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in your car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It's a diesel. Diesel. One word, diesel. Your car up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Ding ding dong.
Well, this is surely gearing up to be a long holiday weekend, and I think there's a lot to pick and choose from. I don't know about you, Swanson, but looking at the schedule, it looks like there's a really interesting series of events to pick from.
Definitely a lot to do indeed. You know, definitely if you have another chance to check out the Gunberry Summer Festival occurring in Rawson Square, tonight is your absolute last chance to do that. If you want to delve into that good food, the music, the vibes, and just being around other Bahamians during this extra long weekend, it's definitely something worth checking out.
Yeah, speaking of that kind of heritage experience, as we said yesterday, the Fox Hill Festival kicks off on Sunday. That's promising to be a great time. Again, more Bahamian food and music and events. I think they even do the plaiting of the maypole and the grease pole climbing.
And the Junkanoo, can't forget that.
I was going to say, that's the star of the show. Can't forget the Junkanoo. You don't want to miss out on that one.
Yeah, and if you choose not to attend any of those events this weekend, you know, there's always the beach. You know, you have your family, as long as you have the food, the good vibes. Like you said, you know, this time of year is just perfect for the beach.
Yeah, I think holiday beach days hit better than any other beach day. And, you know, speaking of the beach, speaking of the ocean, that brings us to our first story. Well, since welcoming its inaugural class in 2014, the LJM Maritime Academy has become a launching pad for hundreds of aspiring marine professionals, preparing them to navigate both calm seas and turbulent waters. Today at the graduation ceremony, President of the Academy, Dr. Richard Weifel-Brulet, reminded graduates that the lessons learned ashore will become their compass at sea.
Graduates, I'll leave you with one final thought. Your certificates and diplomas recognize what you have achieved. Your reputation, however, will be built on what you do next. Wherever your careers take you, be known for your professionalism, your competence, your integrity, and your willingness to lead by example. And that goes for our pre-C cadets as well.
Guest speaker and community engagement manager Bernique Popel urged the graduates to keep showing up with purpose.
Truth is, nobody starts out knowing everything. Not me, your instructors, or the leaders you look up to. Every expert was once a beginner. Every captain was once a cadet. Every leader was once the person asking questions and trying to figure things out. What I saw was more than technical skill. I saw leadership, resilience, and potential. Because while skills can be taught and procedures can be learned, character and a willingness to keep growing is what will carry you through your career.
After weeks of laughter and creating lasting memories, the Fort Charlotte Communities Camp Believe closed out this week with a special ceremony featuring a very special guest. Aramaya Moss was there.
Closing celebration featured warm welcomes and high-energy dance selections as parents, educators, and supporters gathered to witness the final moments of a journey that transformed ordinary summer days into unforgettable experiences for participants. Under the theme where sparks become flames and dreams take flight, more than 200 campers, guided by over 40 teachers, spent the past 4 weeks acquiring new skills, building confidence, and expanding their potential. Wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, reminded the youngsters that the values, friendships, and self-belief they cultivated during the camp will continue to guide them long after summer has passed.
You build confidence by continuing to do things that may confront you and that you have to overcome. You have to have the confidence to keep pushing, and that will give them the ability to believe in themselves more and make sure that they will never think that something is too big or too small for them.
For the young learners, the camp was an exciting experience.
Classes was just fun, and you really get to learn more about things that you didn't even know before.
I did art and craft. I did sewing, straw work, IT. I did a flower, and I did dance that I enjoyed.
This camp is really fun. Once you get to know it, even though if it's your first time goer, you get to know a lot of people, and your social active skills will be very good.
The campers also believe the lessons learned and new friendships formed will enhance their lives for years to come. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Looks like they had a great time. Thanks so much, Amaya. Well, speaking of camps, there was no shortage of them this summer. Another one was the Culture Connect Club. Our West Cal Explorers lets us in on what went down.
16-year-old Christian Ferguson. Last year was the first time he picked up an accordion and learned to play in just a week. He says playing the accordion is more than just a pastime to him. It's become a way to express himself. That's why when he heard about the Culture Connect camp being held at the Nassau Village Community Center, it was right up his alley.
I just wanted to be involved in Rican Scrape because I always did like to hear Rican Scrape, and it was a new instrument to learn. Well, it helped me to focus on that, and whenever I'm mad or sad, I just pick up the accordion and start playing. It helps you feel better.
And it's that connection between young people and traditional music camp instructor Bennett Ramming is hoping to foster. He says many of the popular instruments used in genres like rake and scrape are dying off.
A lot of legends are dying, a lot of accordion players are dying, and so we need people now, and I must tell you though, we're not short on rake and scrape, but what we want to see is people who are going to play the authentic rake and scrape music instrument, which is the accordion, the wood hand saw, and then the concertina, or the, we're talking about the drum, the goatskin drum.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Miles LaRota, was also in attendance, thanking the staff and facilitators for investing in the nation's youth.
And so these community centers here that the President Prime Minister thought of, were actually started with Terry Christie and urban renewal and renewing of our communities. This is exactly what these were for. If you remove the beautiful edifice, what do we have? The importance of this is the individuals in here. That in the summer, we could bring communities in here together and share and further what makes us uniquely Bahamian.
For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Thanks so much, Wes. Stay with us. You're watching Access Now.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Long Island, we've helped 77 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $1.9 million in approved funding, the SPDC is strengthening Long Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: fishing, transportation, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SPDC, Bahamas.
The 70th Annual Cat Island Regatta is here once again, and the ZNS Network will be right there to keep you informed with news stories, features, live radio drops, and much more. Tune into the ZNS Network and stay connected to the 70th Annual Cat Island Regatta, Thursday, July 30th through August 2nd.
Welcome back to Access Now. You're looking at a sunset shot of the Arawak Key Port. Your Access Now Sports Report is next.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports. It's Intern Day here at ZNS Total Sports. I'm Natanya Hanna, and I will be taking over today's sportscast. Topping sports, Devin Charlton finally securing that elusive gold medal at a major international outdoor meet. The Bahamian track and field star won gold in the women's 100-meter hurdles at the final at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland on Thursday afternoon. Charlton, who went into the race as one of the favorites, stormed to victory in just 12.33 seconds, just missing the national title because of a tailwind that was slightly above the legal limit. Charlton, who got out to a fast start like she usually does, was clean over all 10 hurdles for the victory. Her training partner, Megan Simmons of Jamaica, finished in second in 12.41. Devin speaking on the major accomplishment.
I feel really good. You know, I came out here with one thing in mind, and that was to come away with the gold. And so now that I've done that, just get to relax a little bit and just celebrate this one. Just my preparation. I knew that it was going to be 2 rounds. I knew the weather was going to be cold. I was prepared for possible rain. I knew the wind would be strong. And so just keeping all those things in mind, and my warm-ups kind of spacing the hurdles a little bit closer just to feel what it would feel like to have a strong wind at my back. And so just little things like that, trying to replicate what it would be like out here. It feels really good because, I mean, I'm all about progress. I want to keep getting better, keep proving myself. And so 2 years ago, I was happy with the silver. And I'm just like, next time I come to these games, I want to be the champ. And so just being able to fulfill that goal is huge.
Over in Santo Domingo at the CAC Games, Jack Barr would hit the pool in the men's 400 freestyle. He would finish 17th in his heat and 13th overall with a time of 4 minutes and 22.89 seconds. Also competing for the 242 would be the men's wrestler Shannon Hanna, who would secure a victory in the men's 65 kilograms freestyle quarterfinals. And over in Black Point Exuma, they are shaping up for an exciting weekend as their regatta is set to sail away. Our Charles Fisher is there and filed this report.
It's 63 years here in Black Point Exuma, and they are ready to sail. Yes, they began sailing early this morning. We'll have those results coming up for you on Saturday. But last night, it was the skipper's party, and what a time it was. The skipper's unwinding before hitting the waters on Friday. But they sure had a good time with lots of cash prizes up for grabs. A generous donor coming up with more cash. He loves sailing, and he loves the Bahamas.
Well, what happened, I've been asked a couple of times to donate and support the race, and I actually was slipped my mind a couple of times. I was traveling a lot, been pretty busy at work, and I walked in here tonight thinking it was going to be like a big music party, and they were giving the speech. I'm like, I forgot to do what I did, so I went over and asked, and they said, we have some different options we can do, so I contributed, and I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. Yes, we're gonna definitely be watching Staniel Key from our boat in the morning at 10:30. 10 o'clock, and then we're going to follow down and be here when the finish happens, which is should be a great day for the weather. It's a beautiful night tonight. It's beautiful.
Assistant Commodore Kim, looking forward to some great days of sailing.
Doing big things here in Black Point. Like you see, we have the sailing champ all the way from Long Island, sacrifice back in Black Point to the Fenish Championship, and we're going to bring from Andros, Larry, man. So we have the Black Point boats who are always competing amongst themselves, and I'm happy to see that we have these 2 boats joining us in Black Point this year, and I hope that we have a wonderful time as we celebrate. This is our 63rd annual regatta, and this year we're looking at 2 persons, especially in our community, and only 2 of those are left right now. That's my dad, who you might know, Effort Camp, and Mr. Morris Rule. They're from the beginning to now. And that's 63 years of powerful sailing here in Black Point. So we appreciate everyone that comes, and we hope to see each and every one here in Black Point over this weekend.
In Black Point Exuma for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thanks, Fisher. And that's been your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Natanya Hanna, and have a great weekend.
And major congrats to you on your sports anchor debut. It's been an absolute pleasure seeing your growth over the past few summers.
And speaking of seeing absolute growth, congratulations to you. It's your last night with us, which I can't believe already. It's like time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's been such a joy having you with us.
Thank you, thank you.
I have to give my seat back up to Royston too.
I'll be back in a few. But I just want to acknowledge the producers, our lead producer, Ayantia Ferguson, and our production crew behind the scenes, doing all the heavy lifting, both literally and figuratively. A major and immense thank you goes to you guys. And of course, you, Marlena. I want to put a sports analogy, and you're the Bill Belichick to my Tom Brady.
Oh, wow.
So
I don't know much about sports, but I know that's a good thing, and that's very flattering. Oh, thank you so much. Well, that does it for Access Now, everybody. Enjoy the holiday weekend. We'll see you next week.
I guess I'm in.
All right.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.